What's going on, family? It's your man, AB Ashrael, man. Back in the studio, man. We got a little funny one right here. Fellas or ladies, what will you, this lady call her baby daddy because her lights got turned off, and his kids was in the dark, but mind you, she have a husband. Let's get into
So
it, man.
y'all, please help me
Tell me what
understand
you
this.
think.
My lights got turned off. So I called my baby's father and asked him if he could get my lights turned on for me. He said no, because I have a husband and that's his responsibility. How is that his responsibility to pay my lights to get turned back on after they get turned off?
Well, first of all, he's your husband, so he's your provider and your protector. You his peace. Yeah, my man might have had kids in the house, and while the lights off, if he have a husband, he should have did everything he could possibly do to make sure his family ain't going through no hardship or hard times. You know, most men rely on the woman too much. Most men, most young men, immature young men, rely on their woman. They love too much instead of going out there getting on their grind to go get it. And I'd be offended if my wife called her ex or whatever the heck, cause the lights be off here. Man, don't call nobody. I got this.
You have kids that stay here. You don't care about your kids. I understand that I have a husband. Granted, don't beat me up over it. But we fell on hard times. So as my baby's father, I feel like you're supposed to pick up the slack. So you rather for your kids to be in the dark than to help your baby mother get her lights turned back on? What if I didn't have a husband? Would you have helped me then? These men is crazy. Sir, help me get my lights turned on. Don't worry about my husband. He's doing what he's supposed to do as a man. As my baby daddy, you should be helping me.
All right. For one, I see a lot of stuff in there. I would never want my wife, like I say, to call another man because I'm in following hard time or we in distress. For two, it's definitely not his responsibility to take care of your household, you and your husband. If you're having a hard time like that, allow the child to go live with him. If I'm the baby father, I come get my kid. He can come live with me. Don't worry, y'all work y'all stuff out. I ain't asking y'all for child support and nothing. I just take my kid or kids and let them come stay with me. But I'm not paying a bill in your house. And I know some people be like, well, you do pay it because of child support. Maybe so, but I ain't paying directly. You know what I mean? And like she said, don't worry about her husband. He doing what he's supposed to do. Evidently, he's not doing what he's supposed to do because your lights is off. If your lights off, that means you might not have no food on the table, all kind of stuff. So I'll take my kids away from that situation there and move forward. And you need to look at your husband because he can't provide for his household. Yes, all people fall short. All men fall short. All men have fell on hard time. They might lose some finance. They might hit a hard time. But that's where, when that man falls short, that way you to help me. You help pick that man back up. You catch the slack that he can't have right now. He can't handle right now. And I know a lot of women be like, well, I'm not helping my husband. I'm not having my husband pay no bills. That's his responsibility. Sometimes most of the time, especially in today's society, the man can't handle all of the bills. We're talking about average household has probably about $5,000 worth of bills. The average rent right now is $2,000 out here. At least in the Atlanta metro area, is about $2,000. If you got a house, that's about $2,300. But let's just go to a house that's about $2,250. Then you probably got a car or two. If you got kids, you got light bill, you got water bill, you got gas, you got lunch, you got all kind of extra additives that's going on, all kind of stuff that's raising that thing. So every household right now probably got $4,000 to $5,000 worth of bills. Even that ain't including probably credit card bills. If you got that, you probably about $5,000 to $6,000 now. And if you look at 4 times 12, that's about $48,000 a year. if you in your house, the average household income, they say I think was 63,000, if I'm not mistaken. That's combined. So if your bills is about 48,000, you broke. You really broke. So somebody got to go out here and get another job. Somebody got to go in 2 or 3 jobs. Or we got to cut this spending or get rid of that car or something. We got to do something. And a lot of people don't want to make these hard decisions to change their life. You know what I mean? You can't, if you can't afford your lifestyle, you got to cut some stuff out. You got to sell some stuff. You got to move. You can't continue to go off the cliff for a lifestyle or to impress people. And I'm not saying this in this situation, I don't know this lady, but to impress people that really don't give a hoot about you. So, yeah, you got to change some stuff. And my man, he's not handling his business because your lights wouldn't have been off. It's time to sell some stuff. Sell the PS5, sell the TV, sell the, I don't care if you got to share your joys. You do what you got to do for your family. So with that, man, I'm gonna let y'all listen to this video one more time. Then I'm gonna close it out because it ain't much to talk about. But yes, if my wife call her ex, will you be offended? I will be fired because you're gonna be ashamed. I'd be ashamed, especially if I'm supposed to be the husband of that household, the protector and provider of that household, and you telling me you done called another man. Well, she probably didn't tell her husband that because that cat gonna go off that deep. He should go off the deep end if you know that your wife called her kid's father to pay the light bill, because every time that man come over, he gonna be looking at you in your face snickling. I know I am. If I get a call, say, hey, my light's off, and I know you got a husband. Back in the day, like I said, my kid's grown now. But if I got a call and your light's off and you got a husband or a living boyfriend, every time I go over there to get my kids some snickling, because that cat's subpar. You calling me, but you got rid of me for this cat that we can't even get the lights on. Shit. I'm talking cash. I'm talking that cash. And then I'm gonna tell you no, because it's not my responsibility. I ain't keeping another man warm or cool. Not in this climate. Hell, your own business.
So y'all, please help me understand this. My lights got turned off. So I called my baby's father and asked him if he could get my lights turned on for me. He said no, because I have a husband and that's his responsibility. How is that his responsibility to pay my lights to get turned back on after they get turned off? That you have kids that stay here. You don't care about your kids? I understand that I have a husband, granted, don't beat me up over it, but we fell on hard times. So as my baby's father, I feel like you're supposed to pick up the slack. So you rather for your kids to be in the dark than to help your baby mother get her lights turned back on? What if I didn't have a husband? Would you have helped me then? These men is crazy. Sir, help me get my lights turned on. Don't worry about my husband. He's doing what he's supposed to do as a man. As my baby daddy, you should be helping me.
Some stuff don't need to be on the internet, man. Like I said, the link of this video will be in the description. I always get the content and credit. And until next time, man, maybe Yashara, man, please like, subscribe, and share the channel and the video. Until next time, peace and shalom, everybody.